And I had a sense that I was looking at a dying body. And I remember thinking to myself, this is what it feels like to die. Because I think we've all wondered that at some point. What does it feel like? What's it like? And I had that aha moment of, oh, this is what it feels like to die. And it didn't scare me or it didn't bother me. It was almost a neutral statement. There really wasn't any emotion attached to the knowledge that that's what was happening. And then right at that moment, I completely popped out of my body and I was very quickly on the ceiling of the area where I was in the ER. And I was looking down at myself and I saw the whole scene. I saw people that I knew standing there. I saw doctors, I saw nurses, I saw all of the equipment. And then I noticed myself. I recognized that that was me, but I could tell that was just my body because I didn't see life in my body, but I felt very alive up here, up on the ceiling. And I had a moment where I was trying to orient to the situation because I felt myself up here, but I saw myself down here. And then that's when I realized, oh, that is what it's like to die, and I'm dead. And I was observing for a little while, and then I very, very slowly started floating up backwards. I was still looking down. And as I was floating backwards, the ceiling to the hospital was no longer there. The building, the hospital itself was just suddenly no longer there. The further and further up I got. And I noticed little balls of white light buzzing around, hundreds of them. And I remember thinking, boy, they're very active, almost frantic, it seemed to me, because I was very peaceful as I was observing all of this. And I had this knowing that those are souls, those were souls of the people that were in the hospital and they were working or they were patients. And so I just observed for a little while, but I was really taken back by how busy they were. It just didn't make sense to me about why everybody was just so busy running around. And I could see that all of these souls were connected by a thin iridescent line, almost the way if you see a spider web in a corner, and when the sunlight hits it just right, that's what the iridescent lines looked like. And it was beautiful. And I was noticing oneness and I was noticing connection and how we're all our own little individual souls and we're all combined as well. So I was observing that for a little while. And then just for what felt like a split second, everything went black. And I believe that that's the void that I was in, the in-between space, almost like maybe outer space, but it was just black, but not scary. And then I very quickly went into the tunnel. And it was fast and it was thrilling and exhilarating. And it was almost like the thrill you get if you go on a roller coaster ride and you're really enjoying it. And the tunnel ride was very quick. And then the next thing you know, I popped out of the tunnel into this beautiful, peaceful, loving, warm white light. And the tunnel was very black, but this white light was bright and it was brilliant. And so I had to orient there for a second to realize what was happening. And immediately I felt peace, peace like I have never experienced before. And it was just very comforting And I don't believe there's temperature there, but for some reason, it didn't matter what I had done or hadn't done in my life. It didn't matter. It just loved me. It just loved me just because I'm me. And I could feel that. And especially as I was feeling that love, I started feeling this healing taking place. I could feel my soul. I could feel my own vibration or personality. And I still felt a part of the light. So I was a part of it and I was distinct as well. And this part of me, my soul, I could kind of look and see where the wounding was, where the traumas were, where the pain was, where the emotional pain and discomfort from living life on earth had been. And this love was healing those wounds. And the wounds felt like holes, and the love was filling the holes back in. And I was being made whole again. And I felt like me. I felt complete. I felt healed. And I had a little brief hint of that feeling of this is who I am. This is who I was, kind of the original blueprint of when I came into the world. And then life happened and ego was formed and all of those things. So I had this glimpse of this is original me. This is true me. This is authentic me. And that was very, very comforting. And I was loved for all of that. So as I was taking all of this in and really, really enjoying it, I was very much in the present moment. I wasn't thinking about life back on planet Earth. I was just taking it all in. I heard that inner voice or that inaudible voice say, you need to go back. And that was startling. That was not what I wanted to hear. I just wanted to take in more of that love and that peace and that replenishment. And then I heard it again. You have to go back. And I said, no, no, no. I don't want to go back. Please don't make me go. But I knew it was happening. I knew this was not something I was going to be able to negotiate my way out of. And I heard it again. You need to go back. And then immediately I went backwards in the tunnel. It was very fast through the tunnel. And then right back into my body through the top of my head.